everyone. I wanted to say happy Thanksgiving. Such a wonderful time of year. The leaves around us here on the East Coast of the United States of America are letting go and releasing and letting go of what they were holding on to and making way to hibernate and meditate for a season until they can bring forth new life into this world. And I think we are very much in a similar place to that. I need to turn on my light. It's a little dark. And so, like the leaves at this time of year, this is a time when many of us focus on letting go. It's something we're all thinking about. We're all doing it in some ways, more of us than others. I want to let you know that letting go is a struggle of mine. It's been a very long, very personal struggle of mine my whole life. To let you in on the background, my mother she's a hoarder. She's a clean, organized hoarder. Everything in her house is clean, and there's boxes packed away of jewelry boxes that she saved over the years, and cardboard boxes, different craft projects, and this and that. And everything has a vision, and everything has a reason. But her house is piled from the floor to the ceiling, and it's always been that way. And it doesn't matter whether she has a big house or a small house or a one-bedroom apartment or a one-room. It's just what she does. And if she gets rid of things, she will collect them again. And I see that happening in my life. And I'm struggling with it. This Thanksgiving was wonderful. We got to spend Thanksgiving with my mom. She came up. I drove to pick her up, brought her here, brought her home. She brought a lot of stuff with her into my home, and I love her, so I had a hard time saying no. She brought a 2015 year day planner for my kids, because why not? They would love to color in it, and just stuff. Lots and lots of stuff. And I had a very hard time saying no to her. And trust me, there was a lot more she would have given me if I would have let her. And I'm struggling with it. I'm struggling with the feelings that it brought up. How I know that my mother has a hard time letting go of anything. She remembers something that she gave to someone 20 years ago. She asks about it. Where is so-and-so? She checks up on it. So one thing I want to really focus on for all of us. I've gotten a lot of wonderful questions from my friend in Australia who's been sending me wonderful questions, challenging questions for me, okay? What do you do with things that are really important to you, that have that sentimental feeling, like wedding cards and birthday cards, or unwanted gifts, or family treasures, or, expensive purchases that you just don't like anymore, artwork, things like that? It's hard. But the first thing you have to do is you have to acknowledge if it really matters to you. Do you need that? Do you really need that? What purpose is it going to serve? And if you think, okay, well, I could take those old wedding cards and I could make them into a scrapbook, and that would be wonderful, then I'm going to save that and I'm going to look it up on Pinterest and I'm going to see how to do it. Fine, do it. If that brings you joy and that's something that you want to do, if you want to save it, save it. If you want to get a beautiful hope chest upstairs in your attic and put sentimental things like that in it, fine. But I need to tell you, as someone who has gone down this struggle and watched her mother down this struggle and is going through it right now, take a breath. When you look at something, you really want to think, do I really want this? Do I really need this? Am I capable of letting it go? And I mean fully letting it go. If you give it to someone else, are you always going to wonder, I wonder what they did with that clock, that really beautiful, expensive clock that, I'm going to ask them about it. Or I'm going to go to their house and I'm going to see if it's up. And if it's not, I'm going to be a little sad. That's not letting go. It means you weren't ready to let go of something. And it means that you weren't giving it fully and freely. And if that's the ticket, you have to be willing to let go, to breathe new life into something. You have to not care where it goes or what path it falls down. You have to just trust in the universe that it's meant for somewhere else. It's meant for someone else, that your time with that material belonging or that thought of that person or that signature in that birthday card or that message from that wedding card, that you can keep it in your heart, and you don't need to have the physical materialization of it anymore in your possession. And when you feel like you're ready to let go, then you let go and you don't think about it again and you don't ask about it again. And the hard thing is if you let go of something before you're ready, it creates a system of hurt. And if you're letting go of things and you're not ready to, then you're going to want to start holding on to other things that you don't. And it's a bad cycle. So this is my advice for anything that you're holding on to that has that kind of emotional energy attached to it. Close your eyes. Think about it. Imagine it a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now. Imagine after you've passed away from this world and someone finds this. Is it going to bring them joy, or are they going to say, oh, wow, how wonderful that she saved this? Or are they going to go, put it in the dumpster? And that's the hard thing, because we hold on to things that matter to us and we want to follow them throughout our lives, but some things are not meant for us to travel through in our lives, and we have to be willing to let go of them. So my advice for any of those things that are hard to let go of, travel with them in your spirit and your mind. See what your relationship truly is to that clock or that wedding card. If that person's signature in that wedding card brings you joy and you want to look at it every once in a while and read their signature and their message and it brings you a sense of calm and peace, then yeah, keep that in a hope chest or a scrapbook or somewhere safe that you can look at it when you need that connection to that material or to that person or to that memory. But if you're just holding it out of a sense of duty or a sense of someone else could use this and someone else could do something with this and I'm just going to hold it until I find the right person, then you're holding on to it for the wrong reason, and you need to trust the universe to find a better place for it. And as awful as it sounds, sometimes a better place is the dump. We have a landfill, which is being hopefully turned into grass and ground and decomposing, and in the world, our imperfect world, that's not always the case, but we have to sometimes let go. We're holding on to too much. And when you pass from this world, what legacy do you want to leave behind? Do you want to leave behind boxes and boxes of things that you don't want, that you don't need, that you could never find the right person for, or a craft project you could just never find the time to do? Or do you want to leave things that matter? So that's my thought for you. Have gratitude for everything that was ever given to you. It's wonderful that we have so many things in this world, that we have so many blessings. But remember that the universe wants to give you more. And if you're holding on to things that don't serve you, then it's time to let them go. I have another wonderful question that someone asked me about relationships. And I'm not going to get into that right now, but take all these words that I just said, if that's what you're pondering, and put them towards that relationship. And we're going to discuss that more later, after I meditated on it more, because it's an important question to me too. Thank you all for your wonderful questions and your comments and your support with me on this journey of my letting go. So, Happy New Year to you, wherever you are on this wonderful planet, whatever your seasons are outside. Know that this is a wonderful time to be looking inside and learning how to let go. I know I am. Bye-bye.